Picture this. You're at Christmas dinner and your beloved father announces he's buying everyone brand new cars. Your brother got his dream house, your sister's kids are in private school, and you're planning that European vacation. Life is perfect. But what if the person you trust most has been living a complete lie? By the end of this video, you'll discover which fraudster's family dinner became their ultimate downfall. Welcome back. Today we're diving into financial fraud cases that will break your heart because they involve family trust. These 10 individuals didn't just steal money, they stole the faith of people who loved them most. 10. Scott Rothstein, the Fort Lauderdale betrayer. Scott Rothstein wasn't just running any scam, he destroyed his family with a $1.2 billion Ponzi scheme. This Fort Lauderdale lawyer convinced relatives that his lavish lifestyle was completely legitimate legal success built on brilliant strategies. Imagine family gatherings where he's showing off his wealth, flashing expensive watches, talking about luxury cars, all while knowing he was financially devastating the people who loved him. His relatives genuinely believed their successful lawyer family member had discovered the ultimate investment opportunity in discounted legal settlements. They became unwitting accomplices, vouching for his legitimacy to friends who wanted to invest. These family members were walking advertisements for his fraud, proudly telling anyone who would listen about Scott's incredible business acumen. They'd show up at neighborhood events, genuinely excited to share what they thought was insider access to wealth-building opportunities. 9. Mark Dreyer, the Manhattan lawyer's lie. Mark Dreyer was living the New York dream. Penthouse overlooking Central Park, yacht, millions in art. His family thought they were legal royalty, but Dreyer was financing this lifestyle through audacious fraud, literally forging documents and impersonating lawyers to steal hundreds of millions. His family visited his offices, saw fancy artwork from renowned artists, met his professional staff thinking they'd hit the jackpot. Every luxury item they admired was purchased with stolen money. The betrayal runs deep because his family celebrated what they believed was legitimate success, attending galas and networking with Manhattan's elite. They'd introduce themselves as Mark Dreyer's relatives with genuine pride, never suspecting the impressive law firm was actually a criminal enterprise. Family members accepted lavish gifts, thinking he was simply generous with well-earned wealth. 8. Dennis Kozlowski, the CEO who played God. Dennis Kozlowski threw a birthday party for his wife costing over $2 million on a Mediterranean island. This Tyco CEO convinced his family that pilfering company funds was executive privilege. His relatives thought they were living the high life legitimately. Family members saw enormous purchases, multi-million-dollar homes, priceless art, extravagant vacations to exotic destinations, believing it was earned through brilliant business leadership. They were so proud, completely unaware every fancy dinner at five-star restaurants was funded through corporate theft. His children grew up believing their father was a business genius, someone to emulate. They'd tell friends at prestigious schools about their dad's accomplishments, genuinely believing his success story. The family attended corporate events where Dennis was celebrated, reinforcing the illusion that everything was legitimate. 7. Barry Minkow, the teenage entrepreneur's lie. Barry Minkow started his fraud as a teenager. His family watched him build Zizi's best carpet cleaning company from scratch, so proud of their young entrepreneur relative who was revolutionizing the industry with innovative strategies. But the entire company was fake, an elaborate theatrical production. While his family bragged about their business genius at family reunions, Minkow created fake jobs, phantom clients, fabricated revenue. Everything was an illusion. When truth emerged, his family lost years of pride. Every celebration of his success, every proud moment was based on complete fabrication. His parents showcased him as proof that hard work could lead to teenage success. They'd organized family gatherings to celebrate business milestones, invited relatives to tour facilities that turned out to be empty buildings. 6. Tim Durham, the accountant's decades-long deception. Tim Durham spent decades building trust through his accounting firm, establishing himself as a pillar of financial wisdom. His family watched him gradually become successful over years. The cruelest part was the slow build. They witnessed what appeared to be legitimate financial growth. Durham convinced family and associates to invest by showing consistent returns over time, providing detailed statements, and holding regular meetings. Every family dinner was an Oscar-worthy performance, while he planned to betray everyone who loved him. He'd give financial advice at holidays, help relatives with tax planning, all while orchestrating massive fraud. Family members trusted him with college funds, retirement savings, and emergency reserves. They'd recommend him to friends getting married or starting businesses, genuinely believing they were sharing access to someone who truly cared. Don't miss out. Explore our handpicked true crime recommendations. Links in the description. 5. Ricky Dearman, the British family destroyer. Ricky Dearman turned family members into unknowing co-conspirators using emotional manipulation. He'd approach relatives during vulnerable moments, house deposits, university fees, medical expenses, presenting himself as the family's financial savior. His relatives became unwitting recruiters, telling friends about amazing opportunities their family member provided. They genuinely believed they were sharing good news. Dearman weaponized family loyalty, using their love to convince them to hand over life savings, inheritance money, and borrowed funds. He'd show up at family events with expensive gifts, always available with financial advice, positioning himself as the successful family member everyone could depend on. His relatives described him with genuine affection, never suspecting they were being systematically exploited. 4. Esri Namvar, the Beverly Hills community destroyer. The Bernie Madoff of Beverly Hills destroyed his entire community. Namvar's family was genuinely proud to be associated with this successful real estate mogul. They'd attend lavish events where everyone respected Esri, where community leaders sought his investment advice. His relatives became powerful marketing tools because the tight-knit community trusted their judgment implicitly. When they spoke positively about Esri's ventures at synagogue gatherings and social events, people invested without hesitation. The guilt when truth emerged, knowing they'd helped him victimize their own community members, was absolutely crushing. Family members had to face people who had lost everything based on their recommendations. They'd introduced lifelong friends to Esri, convinced elderly community members to invest retirement funds, encouraged young couples to trust him with savings. 3. Reed Slatkin, the friend and family betrayer. Reed Slatkin specifically targeted friends and family, convincing them they had exclusive investment access. He maintained this pretense for years, showing consistent returns, providing detailed quarterly reports, and giving seemingly sound financial advice. Family gatherings became recruitment opportunities. Picture Christmas dinner, where everyone's discussing how well their investments with Reed are performing, sharing stories about returns, planning purchases based on expected profits. His relatives recommended him to their own friends and colleagues, then had to face everyone they'd encouraged to invest when the scheme collapsed. He'd attend family weddings and graduations, always available to discuss investments, positioning himself as someone wanting to help family achieve financial independence. People trusted him with money for children's education, parents' care, and retirement dreams. 2. Lou Pearlman, the boy band manager's musical lies. Lou Pearlman managed NSYNC and Backstreet Boys while running a massive Ponzi scheme worth hundreds of millions. His family thought they were music industry royalty, bragging about their connection to the biggest pop stars. They'd attend sold-out concerts, meet famous artists backstage, see screaming fans, enjoy VIP treatment, believing they witnessed legitimate success. But while they enjoyed the glamour, Pearlman was systematically stealing from investors who trusted him because of his apparent success. Every proud moment sharing stories about meeting Justin Timberlake was tainted by fraud. His relatives would show off backstage passes, share celebrity photos, tell stories at gatherings about the exciting music lifestyle. They genuinely believed Lou's success story, that he'd built an empire through talent management and smart business decisions. 1. Alan Stanford, the ultimate family betrayal. Stanford tops our list because the ultimate fraud isn't stealing money. It's stealing someone's ability to trust their own judgment about people they love most. That Christmas dinner I mentioned, it was at Stanford's compound, where family members celebrated their good fortune, completely unaware they were dining on stolen dreams. When reality hit, it wasn't just their wealth that crumbled, it was their entire understanding of the person they trusted most in the world. But here's what's even more heartbreaking. These individual fraudsters destroyed their own families, but imagine when entire corporations betray millions of innocent people who trusted them. I've got a devastating follow-up video that shows you how corporate scandals ruined countless innocent lives on a massive scale. We're talking about ordinary families who did nothing wrong except trust the wrong companies with their life savings, their health, their futures. When you see how corporate greed destroys innocent lives, you'll understand why these stories matter so much. Click the link in the corner to see how corporate betrayal impacts real families, because the scale of destruction is absolutely staggering compared to even these individual fraudsters. Until next time, true crime explorers, keep it legal